Allah, la ilaha illa Allah.
In this video, a man is seen recording a casual family dinner at a modest restaurant. At first, everything seems perfectly normal. Everyone is relaxed, smiling and enjoying their time together. However, without anyone realizing, the phone camera that was meant to capture a happy moment instead records something that should not have been there.
Makan nih ya. Makan. Kok makan kok. Teng. Makan ya. Makan ya.
At first glance, nothing seems unusual, but a few seconds later, a strange figure can be seen sitting behind them. The figure appears to be a woman with long hair, dressed in white, sitting completely still with her head slightly bowed. She doesn't look at the camera, yet her presence stands out, pale, motionless, and unnerving. To this day, no one knows whether the figure was truly a ghost or just someone who happened to be in the background. Still, many viewers admitted feeling chills after watching the clip, as her face and posture looked far too lifeless to belong to an ordinary human being. This terrifying video shows a man exploring an old abandoned building. In the footage, he can be seen carefully walking through the dusty halls, carrying an EMF meter, a device commonly used to detect unseen energy or paranormal presence. At first, everything seems calm, with only the sound of his footsteps and the faint beeping of the device breaking the silence. But moments later, something completely unexpected is caught on camera.
Ya kadamu kadam, ya kadamu roh, ya kadamu jasad, ya rijal gaib. Wahai makhluk halus yang berada di sini, keluarlah engkau, wujudlah engkau, hadirlah engkau. Astagfirullahaladzim.
As the man enters one of the rooms, the sound of a baby crying suddenly echoes through the empty building. The cries are faint but unmistakably real, sending chills through the air. Strangely, there's no one else around. The entire building is deserted. Despite the fear, he continues his exploration until the end. Now the question remains: did the cries truly come from a restless spirit haunting the building? Or was it just a clever piece of video manipulation? What do you think?
Hadirlah engkau. Astagfirullahaladzim.
This video shows a group of motorcyclists who stopped on the side of a highway in the early hours of the morning. The surroundings were dark and eerily quiet, with only their motorcycle headlights illuminating the road. One of them got off to relieve himself near the grass by the roadside, but moments later, the calm night turned into something terrifying. The man claimed to have seen a white figure standing still in the distance among the tall grass. Out of curiosity, they decided to record the scene using a phone camera.
Ada otaknya. Masih udah mau terang. Ngapain pula lah kau situ, Ci? Oh, Poci. Pulang, Poci, pulang, Poci. Ini udah mau terang, Poci. Ngapain di situ, Moci? Oh, Moci. Pulang.
In the footage, a white figure can be seen standing upright not far from their bikes. Its shape resembles a ghost, its entire body wrapped in white cloth, completely motionless, staring directly toward the camera through a thin layer of fog. Within seconds, panic broke out among the group as they quickly rushed back to their motorcycles. Without hesitation, they started their engines and sped away, leaving behind the lingering question that no one has been able to answer. What exactly did they see that night? A man sat quietly in his room, casually filming himself as he tried to capture the strange sensations that had been haunting him for days. At first, everything appeared perfectly ordinary: the dim light, the soft hum of the room, and his calm expression. But as the recording continued, something deeply disturbing slipped into the frame, something no one expected to see.
Lo vi, jefe.
Parte ahí, pues. ¿Será que me acerco?
Sí.
From the crack of the half-open closet door, a distorted female face slowly emerged. Her features were unnaturally stiff, her pale skin almost lifeless, and her hollow eyes seemed to stare straight into the lens. Nothing about her presence felt human. The man had no idea what he'd captured until later, when he re-watched the footage, and realized that, during those quiet moments, something else had been in the room with him. A woman named Jess experienced something that completely changed her life and filled it with fear. She had just moved into her new home in August, and at first, everything seemed fine. But one thing from her past made the new house feel different. 13 years earlier, her closest friend, Derek, had died in a tragic accident. Since then, Jess often experienced strange phenomena that she believed were signs of Derek trying to reach out to her, especially since Derek had once joked that he would haunt her if he died first. A few weeks after moving in, Jess decided to bring Derek's cremation ashes into her home as a gesture of remembrance. But ever since that day, the disturbances became more frequent and more intense. Then one night, around 3 a.m, her camera captured something completely unexpected. In the dim light of her phone screen, a dark shadow can be seen slowly gliding across the doorway leading to the attic.
Mary, what the fuck? He's doing it again. He's doing it again. Mary, he's doing it again. Derek! Hey, Derek! I know you're fucking with me, dude. Derek! Derek! I'm talking to you, man. Stop fucking with me, dude. Calm down, Jessica. It's okay. It's okay. Calm down. It's just Derek. It's just Derek. Hey, Derek. Hey, Derek. What you doing, buddy? I miss you. Derek. What are you doing, buddy? You know I love you. You know I love you. Hey, Derek. Come on, you dumb... What the fuck?
At first, Jess tried to stay calm, assuming it might be Derek's spirit watching over her. But the longer she stared, the more uncomfortable she felt. The shadow moved in a way that wasn't natural, too slow, too cold, and far too still to be human. After the shadow disappeared, Jess gathered her courage and climbed up to the attic while recording, hoping to find a logical explanation for what she had just seen.
Y'all wanted me to come up to the attic, okay? This is a wall that y'all saw some shit on. And these are the stairs. Like, my husband has all his clothes, of course. But if you look up there, there's no windows. I'm not going all the way up there because it scares the shit out of me. There's no windows. There's a sofa, some mirrors, a chair, his clothes, but there's no windows up here, okay? There's nothing up here that would have done anything. See? No window. No window. No windows. Nothing. Absolutely nothing up here. Alright, I'm getting the out of here because it feels weird.
When she reached the top, Jess explained that the attic had no windows, making it impossible for light reflections to appear. The only noticeable object there was an old mirror facing the staircase. As she panned the camera across the room, something shocking happened. A pale, human-like face faintly appeared in the mirror's reflection. A split second later, a black shadow darted behind her and vanished completely. Some people tried to explain it as a trick of light or a passing insect, but none of those theories could account for the face in the mirror or the figure in the attic doorway. Jess now wonders, is her new home truly haunted by her late friend's spirit, or is something far darker following her without her knowing? In a quiet countryside church, a local priest set up his camera to record a simple Sunday announcement for his congregation, something he had done countless times before without any problems. The sanctuary was empty, the air still, and the only sound was his calm voice, echoing through the hall. Yet that peaceful silence didn't last long, as something unseen seemed to stir within the sacred space.
Well, hey everybody, Pastor Aaron here. It's my pleasure just to announce that this Sunday will be open. Okay, we've been trying to do this announcement several times today already, and 3 times that podium back there has fallen over on its own, and it's stable. I mean, it's not wobbly at all. It's kind of like that podium has been wobbling. Okay, so we checked the vent. There's a vent there that is not an air duct that has any forced air at all, so it can't be wobbling from that. There's absolutely no breeze in here. You can see by the banner there. There's no air conditioning. It's these things. They're off. I don't know. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch it for a little bit, and we will. I'll see if it does it again. Ooh, that thing's moving. That hasn't been moving. That's new. Seriously, nothing else There's no breeze. It's moving again. Good grief.
As the priest continued speaking, a sudden and unnerving noise erupted behind him. The large wooden bookstand, which had stood unmoved for years, suddenly tipped over and crashed violently to the ground. Startled, he turned around in disbelief, staring at the fallen stand with confusion and fear. He later insisted that it couldn't have fallen on its own. It was heavy, perfectly balanced, and securely placed. Whatever caused it to fall, he said, felt anything but holy. This video shows a woman relaxing in her living room with her pet dog. At first, everything appears calm and normal, but moments later, the dog begins to behave strangely, pacing nervously, whining softly, and staring intently at one of the dark rooms down the hall. Curious, the woman picks up her phone and starts recording, trying to find out what's bothering her dog. Unexpectedly, the camera captures something that sends chills down the spine.
He just keeps staring down the hall like he sees someone. What was that? He just keeps staring down the hall like he sees someone. What was that?
In the video, a faint black shadow moves quickly across the dark room, then stops and stands still in the corner. Its shape is hard to define, but vaguely resembles a small child watching from the darkness. The dog's reaction grows stronger. It barks repeatedly while backing away, clearly terrified of something unseen. The woman panics and quickly ends the recording. To this day, no one knows for sure what appeared in the footage, but many believe that her dog sensed a presence that human eyes could not see. Late one night, a man was driving through a quiet rural village, his dashcam recording the calm stillness of the empty road ahead. The narrow path stretched into the darkness, lined with old wooden fences and houses with their lights long turned off. Everything seemed peaceful. Not a single car, not a single person in sight. It felt like just another quiet drive through the countryside. But when he later reviewed the footage, that sense of peace turned to unease. As his car rounded a bend near an aging fence, the camera captured a faint, ghostly silhouette of a woman standing perfectly still at the edge of the road. She was dressed in pale, almost colorless clothing that blended eerily with the night around her. The man hadn't seen anything at the time. He simply drove on, unaware that just a few feet away, something or someone had been silently watching him. A woman had installed a CCTV camera in her bedroom for extra safety, hoping it would give her peace of mind while she slept. For weeks, nothing unusual ever appeared in the recordings, just the quiet rhythm of her nightly routine. But one night, when she decided to review the footage out of curiosity, she discovered something that made her blood run cold. Around 3 in the morning, the video shows her lying peacefully in bed when, without any sign of disturbance, she suddenly begins to move. Slowly, both of her arms rise straight up into the air, rigid and tense, as if pulled by invisible strings. She holds that position for several long, uncomfortable seconds, her body completely still, her breathing shallow, before her arms drop back down as if nothing had happened. Whatever took control of her that night remains a mystery, one she's too terrified to try and explain. The team from Ghost Theory ventured into an infamous haunted house, a decaying property steeped in local legends and eerie tales whispered for generations. The place had long been abandoned, its walls stained with age and silence heavy with dread. Locals claimed to hear footsteps in the halls at night, doors creaking open on their own, and voices murmuring from the basement. Almost as soon as the team stepped inside, the atmosphere shifted. The air felt colder, thicker, as if the house itself was aware of their presence.
There was a bang on the floor.
That can't have been a curtain.
What was that?
Hello?
Making a loud, distinctive sound would be amazing.
That was on the stairs. That was 100% on the stairs.
I heard it. Thank you.
Does that mean you're able to walk down the stairs to us?
Please do something to let us know what you want. Or what you need.
No. What are you hearing?
There was a...
They recorded a loud bang from one of the rooms, followed by the distinct sound of footsteps climbing the stairs.
That was behind me.
That changed our minds, and luckily the Sony camera was still recording.
Hours later, one of their stationary cameras captured a chilling sequence of unexplained noises. Faint knocks echoed through the halls, followed by the sound of something dragging across the wooden floor. None of the investigators were near that part of the house when it happened. Even after reviewing the footage repeatedly, they couldn't find a rational explanation. Whatever had made those sounds seemed to be reminding them they were not alone. This time, a group of young girls experienced something shocking that happened at dusk. At that moment, they were at a place near a forest. One of them was seen recording the moment with her phone camera. As it was already getting dark, they decided to go home. But on their way back, they were startled by a strange figure hiding in the bushes.
Pulang malam bareng CS. Pulang malam. Pulang malam, malam ke malam. Tendo. Mama! Mama!
Now, what do you think? Was that figure a ghostly apparition? Or just a person? Maybe even one of their friends trying to play a prank? Watch the video again carefully and share your opinion below.
Mama! Mama!
The channel Clip Store uploaded their latest paranormal exploration in what they called a cursed house. During filming, one member of the team pulled out a voodoo doll from a wooden box, and the camera captured something peeking from behind a tree on the left side of the frame. The shape was faint, but it looked like a head with dimly glowing eyes. When they tried to approach, the figure vanished instantly. A few minutes later, heavy breathing was heard through the microphone, and a door behind them began to shake violently. Many viewers believe this proves that the house was indeed inhabited by a dark entity, while others think the Clip Store team accidentally summoned something that was never meant to be awakened. This time, a man who was alone inside a room experienced a disturbing encounter with a ghostly presence. The incident was captured by a CCTV camera installed in the room. At first, the man could be seen talking on the phone while working on his computer, but a few moments later, something strange happened. Take a look at the video.
Oh, gimana Yan? Kurugi orang yang kopi, sieun halangan. As you can see, everything looks normal at first, but suddenly,
the chair on the left moves mysteriously on its own. Not long after, the chair on the right also moves by itself. The man was immediately shocked by what he saw. Then, as he tried to leave the room, if you look closely at the window, there appears to be a dark, shadowy figure. The moment he noticed that shadow, he panicked and ran out of the room in fear. An old Dutch painting more than 350 years old by artist Jacob V continues to baffle art historians. The painting depicts a woman sitting and looking at a child through a window. But many art researchers suspect that the child in the painting may not be human at all. Its face is too pale, its eyes blank, and its reflection absent from the glass. There are no records of who the child model was, and legend says the artist painted the spirit of a child who died in his home. To this day, the painting is kept in a small gallery in the Netherlands, where guards claim they often hear the faint sound of tiny footsteps late at night, coming from the room where it hangs. This terrifying video took place inside a house where a mother and her daughter were seen playing a coin game. At first, everything looked normal, but moments later, something completely unexpected happened. Right behind the little girl, a mysterious hand suddenly appeared.
¿Varios? Tal vez, Regina, ¿qué onda? A ver, tú pregúntale algo. Ay, Regina. Tal vez. Como por... Ay, Regina, la tiras que sí. La quieres aventar hasta la otra cuadra. Tal vez. Tal vez. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
As you can see, everything appears ordinary at first, but it doesn't take long before something terrifying happens. A mysterious hand appears right behind the little girl, as if trying to reach out and touch her. The woman immediately screams in terror, completely shocked by what she just saw.
Tal vez. Tal vez. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
The Russian paranormal exploration channel, Dark Life, conducted an investigation at a remote site, known for the tragic death of a young girl who had fallen into a well. While recording in the middle of the night, they heard a strange sound, like a distant scream. When the camera turned toward it, an eerie figure with glowing eyes could be seen staring directly at the lens.
Да ну нафиг. Офигеть. Все, я пошел. Какие-то шорохи были. Здесь либо кто-то ходит из жителей этой деревни. Пиздец. Смотреть с другой стороны обошел яблони.
The creature then screamed back, sending chills through everyone present. Viewers believe it was the manifestation of the girl's restless spirit, though some accuse the team of faking the footage. To this day, the Dark Life team insists the video is real, and that they truly encountered something not human that night. A Reddit user named Editor shared security camera footage taken while he was filming a documentary inside a famously haunted house. In the short clip, a transparent white mist can be seen floating out of one room before drifting silently into another. No one else was on location at the time, and the room temperature reportedly dropped dramatically. The uploader admitted that he had been skeptical before, but after reviewing the footage, he couldn't explain what he saw. Many believe it was the spirit of the home's original resident, revealing itself for the first time in decades. The channel's Sire official shared a chilling story from an old house long rumored to be the site of a mysterious death. During their nighttime investigation, their camera captured a tall figure with unusually long arms standing beside a doorway, before slowly vanishing. Seconds later, footsteps were heard from the upper floor, even though the house was completely empty.
जो अभी जहाँ हमें एक दो साइन मिले, उसी रूम में दोबारा चलें।
क्या हुआ?
शाहिद,
क्या हुआ?
शाहिद को देख के पीछे हुआ है।
As they panned the camera across the floor, a large shadow quickly moved past. When the brightness was increased, the shape appeared humanoid, but disturbingly distorted. Many viewers believe the figure is a malevolent entity haunting the house, making this one of the clearest pieces of evidence of supernatural activity ever recorded.
और खुरम आवाज़ भी हमें खींच के
और वो जो आवाज़, अच्छा शाहिद मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं, थोड़ा सा मैं ऊपर की तरफ जाता हूं ताकि ना बिल्डिंग भी नज़र आना शुरू। मैं आपको ये बात बताना चाह रहा था,
खुरम वो नीचे 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 देखिए, जैसे कोई ज़मीन पे, वो उधर कोने में, वो
आपको एक शख्स मिलेगा जो कब्र के साथ लिपटा होगा। मुझे तो वो अभी तक नजर नहीं आया।
मुझे तो कब्र नजर नहीं आई।
नहीं वो है, मैंने देखी है, मैंने कैमरे में दिखाई है।
अच्छा
हाँ। और जो बाकी
ये खुरम अल्लाह अकबर, वही चीज़ उधर वो नीचे। हाँ ये ये क्या,
ये देखिए कितने सामने से गुजरा।
हाँ
अल्लाह अकबर।
हाँ
जो बाकी
ये खुरम अल्लाह अकबर, वही चीज़ उधर वो नीचे। ये तीसरी दफ़ा हो गया कि यही चीज़ बार बार एक ही, जो ब्लैक शैडो में है। हमें नज़र आई है।
और आप ये देखें कि हम जैसे इस मेन बिल्डिंग की तरफ
This strange video was captured by a CCTV camera located near a bus terminal. In the footage, a white shadow-like figure can be seen walking before slowly fading away. Take a look at the video carefully. At the beginning, you can see a man walking while holding a flashlight. The road ahead looks completely empty. There's nothing visible. But a few seconds later, a white figure appears walking, then slowly fades away until it disappears. The man, however, doesn't seem to notice anything at all. If it had been a real person, he would have definitely turned to look. Instead, he continues walking calmly as if nothing was there. This strange occurrence has been linked to supernatural activity, possibly a ghost sighting. But in my opinion, there's also a chance that this was simply a technical glitch in the CCTV camera. So, what do you think? This video, which once went viral online, left many people feeling unsettled when they first saw it. The footage appeared to show a person performing unusual movements, leading many internet users to believe it was something frightening and difficult to explain. However, after further investigation, the truth turned out to be very different. The video was actually medical documentation recorded during preparation for a colonoscopy procedure at a healthcare facility in India. According to information that later surfaced, the patient seen in the footage was simply following instructions from medical staff to assume a specific position in preparation for the examination. Although this explanation eventually addressed many of the theories and speculation surrounding the video, it continued to spark debate because the circulation of the medical footage raised concerns about patient privacy and how the recording was able to become public in the first place. This time, a TikTok user named @Rifamalinda uploaded a strange and creepy video. In the clip, she was recording the quiet night atmosphere in front of her house. But while she was filming, she was suddenly startled by a strange object that flew right in front of her. Take a close look at the video.
Malam ini indah sekali, guys. Tapi kalau di sini nggak kelihatan ada bulan sama bintang. Naon itu? Naon itu? Naon itu? Naon itu?
As you can see, she was recording the quiet street outside her home. The area looked empty and calm. Then suddenly, a strange flying object appeared right in front of her. If you look carefully, the object isn't very clear, but it seems to be glowing white and even passes through the fence of a nearby house. Shocked and confused, she had no idea what it could possibly be, since it looked unlike anything she had ever seen before. So, what do you think? Do you have an explanation for this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This time, a horrifying video captured a creature that looked extremely strange and terrifying. In the footage, a group of people can be seen exploring an unknown location. While searching the area, they discovered a hole that looked like a cave. When they tried to take a closer look, this is what happened to them. Take a look at the video carefully. In the footage, a creepy-looking creature with a very unusual body can be seen inside the hole. The group was immediately shocked and stepped back in fear. They tried to move to another area, but were even more terrified when they noticed another figure standing among the bushes, silently staring at them. Since the video is quite short, it's unclear what happened next. Whether this was a real event or not remains unknown. But one thing is certain, the footage looks genuinely terrifying. A viral video circulating online came from a security camera inside a small shop, originally installed only for safety reasons. But in the footage, the shop owner captured something that left him terrified and confused. In the middle of a quiet night, a white shadow, resembling a human figure, can be seen slowly walking across the store, as if inspecting the items on the shelves. The shop owner claimed that no one was there that night, and the doors were securely locked. Some people believe it was just a reflection or a camera glitch, but others are convinced that something unseen was wandering through the store. To this day, there's still no clear explanation. Only lingering fear every time the footage is played back. A Reddit user shared a photo of an old house that was once built by his great-grandfather. He explained that the house had long been abandoned, and he only wanted to photograph it for memories. However, when he zoomed in on the picture, he noticed the faint face of a person in the upstairs window, even though the house was completely empty at the time. The user claimed he had taken another photo of the same window just seconds earlier, and there had been nothing there. The face looked pale, expressionless, and stared straight toward the camera. Many believe it was simply a visual coincidence, yet most viewers agree that something in that house remains restless, as if the darkness of its past is still trapped within its walls. The ghost hunting group Twin Paranormal conducted an exploration at one of the most mysterious places in America, Skinwalker Ranch, known for reports of shape-shifting creatures and supernatural entities. That night, they were inside a cornfield maze with only flashlights and a spirit communication device. The sound of footsteps and whispers surrounded them, intensifying the tension.
Use your energy. We want to know who it is.
Did you just look? Dude, somebody stepped right in front of me. You hear it? Somebody is approaching me.
If you can give us a sign. then I can...
Dude. I heard it. That was something jumping in here.
Dude, I was literally about to say, if you give us a sign, I can bring out a device that you can...
What?
Hi! Whoa! We're trying to find out who this person or whatever it is with hollow eyes, with dark eyes. We want to know who that is. They're there. Or they're close, I don't know. Please give us some information. That was tapping of something. Right around that corner.
As they try to communicate to any present spirits through the fields, footsteps sounds are heard as if someone was approaching them.
Whoa, what the Did you just see how close Wyatt got to it and it did not do anything? We're here! Where'd you... Died. Where'd you go? You were literally just here.
There's no way. There's no way that we're gonna start. There's no way we're gonna start walking over to the tent and the devices start to go off. It's like they definitely did want us to come over here.
It's dead. It pops up. It tells you how much is on there. It didn't die.
Which one of us has an attachment? Do you have bad intentions towards one of us? What is this thing that's in here with us?
Skinwalker! It's your Skinwalker! Dude, I'm not kidding. I am not kidding at all.
Replay it.
Bro.
It.
What is this thing that's in here with us?
When one of them, Wyatt, approached the source of the sound, a dark shadow with black eyes briefly appeared on camera before vanishing. The recording has since become one of the most disturbing pieces of evidence ever captured at the cursed site. A TikTok user named Jen Barari had experienced several strange occurrences in her home. In her latest video, she recorded her house after returning from work, feeling as though something was watching her. Everything seemed calm, until her camera caught a faint movement in the window, like the reflection of someone standing outside.
Shaking so bad. Property told me that he was here and the swings were moving, so I'm like waiting for that to happen, but I don't know. Did you guys just see that? Am I bugging right now? Hello?
But when Jen turned to look, no one was there. In the reflection, the figure appeared to be a long-haired woman, standing still and emotionless. Many viewers believe Jen's home might be haunted by a trapped female spirit, while others think it was merely an illusion. But for Jen, the fear is very real. This recording was taken by someone who was walking home at night. While passing by a parked car on the side of the road, he noticed something odd behind the vehicle. At first, he assumed it was just a shadow or a reflection from a street lamp. However, after looking more closely, it became clear that something was peeking from behind the car, and its shape did not resemble a normal human being. In the video, a pale head appears from behind the car, then quickly disappears. The head looks bald, with extremely pale skin and two dark eyes staring directly toward the camera. Until now, there has been no definite explanation regarding what was captured in the footage. Some people believe it could be an unknown entity or supernatural being, while others think it might just be an animal that happened to look unsettling. What do you think? This incident happened to a man late at night while he was sleeping in his room. He suddenly woke up after hearing a strange noise that sounded like a woman whispering softly, followed by the closet door moving on its own as if something was shaking it from the inside. The dark room made the moment even more tense, but the man tried to gather courage to get up and check, and this is what happened. Pay attention to the footage.
¡Hey! ¿Qué pasa? ¡Hey! ¿Hay alguien ahí? Otra vez la mujer de negro. Mierda. Otra vez.
When he opened the closet, there was no one inside. But right as he closed the door again, a black shadow was seen moving outside through the bedroom window. The figure appeared to walk silently across the yard, as if watching. The man immediately ran outside to see who it was, but no one was there. Now the question is, was this truly a supernatural presence, or simply staged? What do you think? This CCTV recording comes from an abandoned underground drainage tunnel in a European country. The tunnel has long been known by locals as a place filled with dark stories, from illegal activities to incidents that were never officially documented. Even today, technicians who occasionally enter for routine inspection claim to have seen shadows of people walking alone, even though they know the tunnel has been sealed for years. Many believe that something is still trapped inside, and this footage is believed to show one of those sightings. Take a close look. At the far end of the tunnel, a figure of a woman slowly appears from the darkness, as if rising up from the floor itself. A few seconds before the figure appears, the lights along the tunnel can be seen flickering, almost as if signaling the arrival of another presence. And just as quickly as it appears, the figure disappears without leaving behind any shadow or physical trace. Moments later, a dark shape moves across the frame with impossible speed, in a way no human body could move. So now the question is, did we just witness the spirit of someone trapped in that tunnel, or was this merely a camera glitch that happened to look terrifying? What do you think? This frightening event was experienced by a man who claimed to have been dealing with mysterious disturbances in his home. He thought the activity had stopped, but exactly 3 days later, it all started again. That night, he was alone when he heard loud noises coming from upstairs, specifically from the bathroom. Curious, he recorded his steps as he went to check. He did not expect his phone to capture something difficult to explain. Take a look at the footage.
Que no se escuche nada. 1:30 de la tarde. Estoy solo. Voy a la parte de arriba otra vez. Es en la parte del baño. Oigan. No sé si escuchen que se escucha ruido. A la verga, a la verga. A la verga, a la verga, a la verga, a la verga. Vi a alguien ahí. Alguien acá adentro.
In the video, a dark shadow can be seen inside the bathroom, as if hiding behind the door and watching through the narrow gap. The figure appears only for a few seconds before vanishing. The man was startled, but he still gathered courage and entered the bathroom to check. When he opened the door, the bathroom was empty. No one was there. Until now, there has been no clear explanation about what was recorded that night. Was it truly a supernatural entity, or simply something staged by the recorder? What do you think? This footage comes from a CCTV camera installed in a man's bedroom. He claimed to often experience disturbing dreams and wake in the night with the feeling of being watched. To find out what was happening while he slept, he installed a camera that recorded throughout the night. But instead of answers, what he found was something unimaginable. Take a look at the recording. In the video, the man appears to be sleeping peacefully. Everything looks normal until the cross hanging above his bed begins to slowly rotate and eventually turns upside down. Shortly after, a dark mist appears in one corner of the room and begins moving toward the bed. The mist has no clear form, but its movement appears deliberate, almost aware. To this day, there is no definite explanation for what was recorded that night. Was this a supernatural phenomenon, or merely a visual anomaly that happened to look terrifying?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو
This footage shows the atmosphere of an apartment complex at night. The person who uploaded the video claimed that he suddenly heard strange noises coming from outside his room, specifically from the courtyard area. Curious and wanting to make sure whether the sound came from the wind or someone passing by, he decided to step out onto the second-floor balcony. But what happened afterward made the situation turn extremely eerie. In the recording, the man points his camera toward the courtyard below. There, a woman-like figure with long hair can be seen standing still in the darkness. What makes it even more disturbing is that her eyes appear to be glowing red, as if staring directly at the person recording. Her posture and movement seemed unnatural, leading the man to believe that the figure was not an ordinary human. He quickly panicked and ran back into his room. So now the question is, was that truly a supernatural ghostly figure, or just a staged video? What do you think? In this video, the uploader explains that he only wanted to record his trip home with his cousin. They had just been picked up by a relative and were sitting in the car. He recorded the moment from the back seat for memories, without suspecting anything unusual. But when the video was watched again later, he realized something strange was captured, something none of them heard at the time.
Yes! Yes, ang saya. Sige, ganda na. Ito na lang ano natin. Lagi naming sundo, dapat ganito. Ito na lang ang service natin pag mapadagat tayo. Oo. May ganito na eh. Saan ka na magbaba?
If we listen closely, a scream of a woman can be heard suddenly in the middle of the recording. The uploader initially thought it was wind or road noise, but the more he listened, the clearer it became. It sounded like someone crying out for help. What makes it even creepier is that none of them heard the scream in real life. Only the camera did. So, the question is, did the sound come from something unseen? Or is there another explanation behind this recording? What do you think?
Yes, ang saya. Sige, ganda na. Ito na lang ano natin. Lagi naming sundo, dapat ganito. Ito na lang.
A TikTok user named Franco shared a series of recordings showing strange occurrences inside his home. In the earlier videos, he showed unusual events, such as the bathroom faucet turning on by itself, objects moving without being touched, and noises coming from empty rooms. At that time, many viewers thought the incidents could still be explained logically, even though they felt unsettling. But over time, Franco's uploads became more disturbing and harder to explain.
Voy a tratar de comunicarme con este ente como me dijeron. Ya siempre paso. Si estás acá, prende la luz.
¿Qué? Si estaba aquí en el baño, enciende de nuevo el agua. ¿Hay alguien más que tú aquí en esta casa? ¿Mi vida corre peligro? Está guayando. Aquí no hay... Ah, no, yo me voy.
In the following recordings, the disturbances evolved from moving objects to actual visual sightings. Some videos show something peeking from behind a door, and others reveal a shadowy figure appearing in the bathroom. Take a look closely.
Que he traído una vela y un espejo y voy a poder hablar con ella. Amiga, por favor, te pido que me dejes solo. Te lo pido, por favor. ¡Ah, ¡Ah, concha! ¡Ey! ¡Ey! Ah, no, güey. ¡Ah, concha tu madre!
In one video, when Franco was in the basement bathroom, he pointed the camera toward the bathtub. A dark, shadowy figure can be seen peeking from behind the curtain, causing Franco to step back in fear. In another clip, a similar figure appears from behind a basement door. But when Franco rushed toward it, only his white pet cat was seen on the floor, even though the earlier figure captured in the video was completely dark, not a cat. So now the question is something truly occupying Franco's basement, or is the footage staged?
Hey, hey!
Share your thoughts in the comments.
Ah, no, güey. Ah, concha tu madre!
In this video, a man shared his experience while riding a trail bike through a forest path at night. He recorded the ride just for documentation, but the quiet atmosphere quickly turned unsettling. The dark path with no lighting, accompanied only by the sound of the motorcycle engine, made the situation feel tense. But at one point, he was startled by something that should not have been there in the middle of the woods. Watch carefully. A few seconds later, a mysterious sound is heard clearly, as if coming from deep within the trees. The man claimed he heard the sound in person, not just in the recording. Even when he accelerated, the sound seemed to follow behind him, not fading away. Many viewers say the voice sounds like a ghost calling out to someone, but the question remains, did the sound truly come from something invisible? Or was it just an echo in the quiet forest? What do you think? This video shows a group of hikers climbing Mount Sibayak at night. Initially, they were simply resting along the hiking route while recording their surroundings. The dark, foggy conditions made the area appear silent with no activity around. But unintentionally, when the camera pointed toward the trail ahead, a white figure appeared, sitting still in the distance.
Buat kalian, untuk pendaki-pendaki, tolong dikurangi. Kok nggak capek kali ke dan jalanan yang kalian tengok tuh.
Iya, 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 iya.
Pesan ya buat para pendaki-pendaki.
Perbaiki jalannya.
Tolong jangan perbaiki ya jalannya. Gak tahan nih, Bok, perut nih. Gak tahan.
Aman lah kedan.
If we observe closely, the figure looks like a woman with long hair wearing white, resembling the appearance of a ghost often associated with night hikes. However, to this day, it has not been confirmed what was actually captured, whether it was truly a supernatural entity or just a shadow that looked frightening in the darkness. What do you think? A video circulating in a WhatsApp group appears to show the figure of a ghostly white woman. The footage was recorded by a driver who had stopped his car by the side of the road late at night. From inside his vehicle, he noticed something strange high up in a nearby tree. Out of curiosity, he took out his phone and began recording to confirm what he was seeing.
Astaghfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar.
In the video, a pale figure with long hair can be seen perched on a tree branch. The shape is faint, but clearly resembles the outline of a woman in white. Although the distance makes it hard to see clearly, the figure seems to move slightly. However, since the footage is short and blurry, it remains uncertain whether it truly shows a ghostly apparition or simply something else entirely. What do you think? This eerie recording was captured by a man walking home after work late at night. The street was dark and deserted, lit only by a few dim streetlights. At first, the atmosphere seemed calm as he walked casually while recording his surroundings with his phone. But minutes later, something at the far end of the street made him stop. He stared toward it, then lifted his phone to zoom in and get a clearer view, trying to make sense of what was standing in the shadows ahead.
Orang jari-jari kok umpat kosong kowe. Nah, padang takana kosong, galing bis.
At the end of the narrow road stood a figure dressed in white, completely motionless, its long hair hanging down to cover its face. The man zoomed in to check whether it was a person or just a reflection of light, but the longer he looked, the stranger it became. Faintly transparent, seemingly floating above the ground. The figure remained still, as though staring directly at the camera. To this day, there's no definite explanation for the footage. Some believe it captured a real ghostly presence, while others say it's just a trick of lighting and perspective. What do you think? The following clip was filmed by a group of urban explorers investigating an abandoned tunnel long rumored to be haunted. Carrying flashlights and a camera, they slowly approached the dark entrance. The area was silent except for the sound of their footsteps echoing through the night. But just a few meters before they entered, one of them noticed movement inside. And that's when things took a terrifying turn.
Grabamos un humanoide en Antigua Mina Española.
¿Qué pasó? Hola.
¿Hay alguien?
Hola.
Se me hace ver de repente.
¿Puedo ayudarte? ¿Estás viendo, Misael? ¿Estás viendo? ¿Estás viendo?
Juanita,
¿Estás viendo?
sí, pero se me
Espérate, ¿había algo, no?
Sí, sí. Alguien. Hola. Déjame verte. Puedo ayudarte.
¿Sí es algo o alguien? ¿Está ahí enfrente?
Sí.
Pero no se mueve. ¡Ah, no mames! Pero no se mueve. ¡Ah, no mames! Esa madre no es de aquí.
Hola.
Espérame, Juanita, aquí lo... Es que ahí se me va a cortar, ese es el pedo.
Sí.
¿Quién eres? ¡No manches! ¡No manches! ¡No mames! ¿Qué es esa? Juanita.
Ten cuidado porque
Sí.
no andan muertos. Ten cuidado, ten cuidado.
Juanita. No te pases, Juanita, no te pases, Juanita, Juanita, güey. Juanita. No te pases, Juanita, no te pases, Juanita, güey. No mames.
¿Qué pasó?
Ahí había...
Hola. ¿Otra vez el humanoide?
Sí, esa madre no es de aquí, Juanita.
No.
Esa madre no es de aquí.
¿Escuchaste los sonidos que hacía?
Sí, esa madre no... Mira, traigo la boca seca. Seca, machín. Pero machín, ¿eh? Machín. Machín.
In the video, when the camera points toward the tunnel, a dark shadow moves swiftly across the frame before disappearing. Though startled, the group decides to continue deeper inside. The farther they go, the stranger the atmosphere becomes. One member spots faint movement along a cracked wall. When the camera zooms in, a shadowy figure appears to peek from behind the wall before vanishing in an instant. The moment leaves them shaken, and viewers believe what they captured that night wasn't human, but rather the apparition of a spirit. What do you think? This chilling video comes from a YouTube channel called Midwest Ghost Hunter, run by a paranormal investigator known for exploring haunted sites across the Midwest. On this night, he was investigating an old building believed to have been a meeting place for a criminal group back in the 1930s. At first, everything seemed calm, but minutes later, faint knocks echoed down the hallway. Soon after, his EMF detector began flashing wildly, signaling the presence of an unusual energy. Moments later, his camera captured a shadow moving across a room. Take a look at the footage.
And now suddenly, the silence is deafening. It was you. Could you make that sound again? Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm hearing all kinds of weird sounds in here. Who's making noise? Is anybody down there? Was that a spirit I just saw? Yes. Whoa, dude, it's just confirmed that I just saw something. That's freaking crazy. Who did I just see? Getting thrown. If you just threw this ladle, could you throw something else? Oh my god, I just saw. Are there any other notorious gangsters still hanging around here? Oh god, holy moly, I just heard a freaking whisper behind me. That sounded like a man. Hello?
Later, he captures something being thrown in the kitchen by itself, despite being alone.
See what this door leads to. Might be the kitchen again. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. That was that same freaking noise again. I literally just heard it again. I really want to get to know you. Could you appear in that mirror right there? What? I just heard like a woman's voice in here. God. Jeez. This is the last spirit I want to encounter right now. Could you do it again a little louder? Oh! Holy shit. Oh my god! That was a black mass! Okay, I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. But it's a freaking dead end over here.
In the video, strange sounds can be heard with no clear source. The EMF meter spikes for a few seconds before returning to normal. When he sets the camera down in one of the rooms, a small white orb passes quickly in front of the lens. Near the end of his investigation, he records a woman's whisper, faint but close, as if someone spoke right next to his ear. Seconds later, a dark mist, shaped like a human figure, drifts slowly past the doorway, before disappearing. The footage has since become one of the strongest pieces of evidence for many who believe the old building truly houses something unseen. What do you think? This terrifying encounter happened to a delivery driver making his rounds at dusk. He was traveling down a narrow path through a quiet plantation area, far from any nearby houses. At first, everything seemed normal, until he suddenly heard a strange sound from somewhere near the road. Out of curiosity, he turned on his phone's camera to record what was happening around him, unaware that he was about to capture something deeply unsettling. In the footage, a faint sound, resembling a woman's laughter, can be heard, sometimes soft and distant, other times turning into a quiet moan. The voice is clear, yet there's no one visible anywhere nearby. Frightened, the man quickly decided to continue his journey and leave the area. To this day, no one knows whether the sound was truly the eerie laugh of a ghost or just an edited hoax. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. A security guard was carrying out his night shift at a facility that was rarely used. The area appeared deserted, with no signs of activity at all. While monitoring the CCTV screens, he noticed a faint white shadow appearing in one corner of the yard. At first, it was unclear, but gradually it began to take the shape of a figure standing completely still. Take a close look at the footage.
Burada fark ettim. Dışarı çıktım. Baktım kayboldu. Buradan kayboldu. Ondan sonra koşturdum içeri.
In the CCTV video, the figure can be seen near the outer wall of the building, partially illuminated by the dim light. The guard then decided to check the location in person. However, when he arrived, the figure had already disappeared without leaving any trace behind. According to local residents, a few years ago, there had been a work accident that caused the death of a worker at that facility, leading many to believe that what was captured on the camera might be the ghost of that person. What do you think? In this video, a car driver is seen traveling along a quiet road late at night. While driving, he encounters a man standing in the middle of the road, as if trying to block incoming vehicles. Feeling that something wasn't right, the driver decided to record the moment using his phone's camera. The atmosphere was silent and tense, until the recording revealed what happened next. As shown in the video, the man initially just stood still, staring toward the car without moving. But a few seconds later, his behavior suddenly became erratic. He began screaming and then ran toward the car as if attempting to attack. The recording ends abruptly after that, so it is unknown what happened next. To this day, it remains unclear whether the man was suffering from a mental breakdown, or if he was under the influence of something supernatural. What's your opinion? This chilling footage was uploaded by a YouTube channel called HIM Adventure. In the video, the channel owner conducted an experiment by setting up a CCTV camera near a cow pen to record the area during the night. At the beginning of the footage, everything looked calm and there was no suspicious activity. But a few minutes later, several cows began walking toward the camera. Just as they entered the frame, a white figure appeared right in front of them, instantly turning the atmosphere into something terrifying. As the apparition became clearer, the herd of cows, which had previously seemed calm, suddenly reacted in fear. They moved away and ran from the area, seemingly responding to the figure that had appeared in front of them. Since animals are often believed to be more sensitive to unseen entities, this reaction added to the mystery. A few minutes later, a chilling laugh could be heard in the footage, believed by many to be the voice of the ghost itself. Many viewers believe this recording is strong evidence that the camera truly captured a real apparition. This time, the footage shows a paramedic's experience while on duty in an ambulance. As the vehicle was moving, one of the paramedics noticed something strange about the empty patient bed in the back. Feeling that something was off, he took out his phone and began recording to see what was really happening. That's when the truly eerie moment occurred. In the video, the blanket on the patient bed appears to move on its own, as if something were underneath it, even though there were no patients or anyone touching it. The movement is slow but clearly visible, lasting several seconds. Shortly after, a dark shadow seems to emerge from under the blanket, startling the paramedic, who immediately stops recording to check. Since the video spread online, many people have speculated that this incident might be connected to a supernatural presence. What do you think? This footage comes from a CCTV camera installed in front of a house. When the homeowner reviewed the footage from that night, he discovered something unusual. The camera showed an unknown figure walking along the road directly in front of the house, even though the area was typically quiet and rarely visited at night. Take a look at the footage.
Kamera koyuyor. Nereye tam?
Hemen fayda oldu.
Fayda oldu ne demek kar? Gidiyorsa
az yok bulalım.
Yok bu öyle. Kar. Yetişmez yok oraya.
Gitti.
O bana hala tuttu o ayaklarının altında. O tuttu dedi.
Bizim o bilgenin.
In the video, the figure appears to walk slowly, with a posture resembling a human, but its entire body looks pale and lacks any clear facial features. After taking a few steps, it disappears from the frame without showing where it went. The homeowner said he had never seen anyone matching that description in the area, which has left many questioning what exactly was captured. Was this video edited, or could it really be a ghost caught on camera? Share your thoughts in the comments. In this video, a terrifying incident can be seen successfully captured on camera. It is told that a toddler who had gone missing in a village was finally found safe. However, what shocked the residents was when the 2.5-year-old child was asked who had been with him during the time he was missing, and he answered, "Mother." even though his mother had passed away 1 year earlier. In the circulating footage, the moment when the toddler was found in a small hut in the middle of a forested area can be seen. But there was something unusual that was also captured in the video.
Hey! Buka pintunya, jam, buka, cek. Buka meluang. Iya. Ini bawa barang buktinya. Ya, nyekat tuh, bawahnya. Buka, apa minta? Lawangnya buka. Hei, tok. Yang sudah orang tok.
As seen in the first few seconds of the video, a strange object appears, passing above the residents who were at the location. The object seems to move quickly, has a blurry shape, and is not easy to identify. Some viewers who paid close attention to the details mentioned that the figure closely resembles a supernatural apparition. Until now, there has been no definite explanation about what the object actually was, whether it could be a supernatural entity or something else. What do you think? This horrifying incident was experienced by a driver passing through a forest road at night. The road was very quiet and had almost no lighting. While driving slowly, he saw something unusual standing in the middle of the path. Feeling that something was not right, he stopped the car and took out his phone to record what he was seeing. From a distance, the figure appeared motionless, but its presence instantly made the atmosphere tense.
Fuck this. Seen way too many fucking horror movies for this shit. Fucking hell. You're a fucking psycho, mate!
In the video, a mysterious figure is seen standing right in the middle of the road, appearing like a human body, but without a clear head. The figure does not move at all, simply standing facing the vehicle. The situation made the driver increasingly anxious, but he still forced himself to move forward slowly to leave the area. To this day, no one can confirm whether the figure was a supernatural apparition, someone intentionally trying to scare people, or perhaps part of a criminal setup. The identity of the figure remains a mystery.
Fucking hell. You're a fucking psycho, mate!
This terrifying video was uploaded by the YouTube channel Jajak Camping, featuring Bang Mamat and Ipan conducting a bravery test in a public cemetery. They received information from a friend about a graveyard known to be extremely haunted and filled with mystical stories. Without much consideration, they decided to try sleeping right in the middle of the cemetery as part of the challenge. Before entering the location, they spoke briefly with the caretaker and some local residents. According to them, visitors were allowed to stay overnight, but were forbidden from lighting bonfires or cooking in the area. Therefore, Bang Mamat and Ipan only brought mats without any tents or protection. At around 10 p.m., after preparing themselves mentally, they finally headed to the cemetery. Upon arriving, they immediately spread out their mats in the middle of the large cemetery area. They set up a CCTV camera to record all activity that night and tried to remain calm so that every occurrence, whether from themselves or any potential supernatural activity, could be captured clearly. It didn't take long before the atmosphere turned frightening. A series of strange events were recorded on camera. Mysterious sounds with no clear source, trees that appeared to move on their own, and several disturbances that became increasingly intense as it approached midnight. Some apparitions even appeared clearly on camera, making the situation feel more and more unnatural. As seen in the video, various unusual activities occurred throughout the night. Besides mysterious sounds and trees moving by themselves, more illogical events appeared when they tried to sleep. In the first moment, the camera captured a white apparition passing in the distance. The figure looked faint, but clear enough to increase the tension. Not long after, another apparition appeared closer to the camera's position, a figure resembling a pocong, followed by the appearance of a dark object with glowing eyes on the right side of the frame. All these phenomena were captured clearly, making this video one of the most terrifying bravery test experiences they had ever documented. In this video, a recording uploaded to social media shows a strange apparition appearing right in front of a house. The video was recorded by a man who was capturing the atmosphere of heavy rain at night. He stepped outside to record the surroundings, unaware that his camera would capture something unusual. During the recording, the camera unintentionally captured a white object floating slowly in front of the house. The figure looked faint, but upon closer inspection, the shape appeared to have long hair, resembling a ghost. The object moved slowly before disappearing into the darkness of the rainy night. Many viewers believed the apparition looked very real, while others suggested it might just be a reflection of light that happened to look eerie. What do you think was actually captured in this video? In this video, a recording uploaded to social media shows a strange moment experienced by a teenager while walking at night with his younger sibling and their pet dog. At first, they were just passing an area of trees near their home, until suddenly, the teenager saw something that looked like it was hiding behind a tree trunk. Feeling something was off, he raised his phone and began recording to confirm what he had actually seen. Take a look at the footage.
Видите, как темно, страшно, капец. Да. Амеля, иди сюда. Иди сюда. Я не знаю, кто там. Где папа? Ты кто? Там кто-то за деревом.
During the recording, a faint head can be clearly seen peeking from behind the tree, as if watching them. The figure is not fully visible, but its shape resembles something unfamiliar observing from a distance. A few seconds later, the head appears again in a different position before disappearing entirely. The brief but repeated appearance frightened them, causing them to immediately leave the area. Many viewers believe the figure was a supernatural entity, while others think it might have been an animal that simply looked scary. What do you think? This eerie video was recorded by a phone camera placed in front of a house to monitor the road at night. At first, the scene looks calm with no activity, only dim streetlights illuminating the area. But just a few seconds after the recording begins, a floating figure appears across the street, something that looks unusual from any distance. In the recording, the camera captures what appears to be a ghost-like figure with long, loose hair, hovering slightly above the ground. The apparition drifts slowly before disappearing completely. There is no additional information explaining the event, making it difficult to determine whether the footage shows a real apparition or is simply edited. Still, its presence in the video has clearly left many viewers feeling chills. What do you think? In this recording, a group of men is seen riding motorcycles along a remote road they had never passed before. The journey seems normal at first, until suddenly they spot two figures lying in the middle of the road. The situation immediately becomes tense, prompting one of them to take out his phone and record. Trying to understand what they were actually seeing, watch the footage closely. As the camera moves in closer, two young boys they don't recognize appear to be lying as if they had been in an accident, but instead of coming from the boys, a strange sound is heard from the dark roadside. When the phone turns toward the source of the sound, a pale white figure with long hair is seen standing stiffly among the trees, its face resembling a ghost. The figure remains motionless before vanishing within seconds. To this day, no one knows whether this event was real or staged. What do you think? This frightening video comes from the YouTube channel Sepp Plaster, who that night explored a sacred site called Waringen 7, a location long known as one of the most haunted areas, said to be inhabited by a powerful serpent-like Ifrit spirit. From the start, the atmosphere was heavy. The wind barely moved, and the old buildings surrounding the site seemed to hide something, watching from the darkness. When meeting the caretaker, he warned that the main ritual area was in use, so the exploration could only be done in the Passerian area, an abandoned, eerie building filled with an unfriendly aura. Though access to the main point was prohibited, the exploration continued. A 40-minute challenge revealed strange sounds without visible sources, suggesting the place was far from empty. Unsatisfied, they set up a camera to record the Passerian while no one was inside. Sepp Plaster then returned to the caretaker's house to wait for the recording. And this is when the anomalies appeared.
Berdasarkan informasi yang saya dapat dari juru kunci Patilasan Waringin 7, bola api tersebut merupakan sebuah bentuk energi yang ditransformasikan. Bola api itulah yang ditugaskan untuk mencari keberadaan tumbal pesugihan, sesuai dengan perjanjian antara si pelaku ritual dengan bangsa jin. Ketika bola api tersebut sudah menemukan keberadaan tumbal pesugihan, Lalu bola api itu akan berubah wujud menjadi sosok buas yang menyeramkan. Dan sosok buas inilah yang akan menjemput paksa korban tumbal pesugihan untuk dijadikan sebagai alat tukar dalam memperoleh harta kekayaan.
When the footage was reviewed, a floating fireball appeared in the darkness, moving as if searching for something. According to the caretaker, the fireball was not ordinary light, but the energy of a spirit seeking a sacrifice for a mystical ritual. If it found a target, it would transform into a far more dangerous entity. The atmosphere grew tense. The phenomenon looked too real to be a reflection or camera malfunction. Moments later, another far more terrifying figure appeared. The caretaker repeatedly replayed the segment, clearly shocked, before confirming that the figure was Kalajur, the strongest entity in Waringin 7, a malevolent Ifrit known for misleading humans into wicked deeds. Its appearance suggested that something ancient and powerful was guarding the site. Still, despite how terrifying the footage appears, it is ultimately a YouTube upload. I cannot confirm whether the events captured were real or edited. What's certain is that the video remains incredibly frightening and has given many viewers chills. This unsettling incident was experienced by a group of teenagers walking home through a residential area at night. Their walk was normal at first, until one of them claimed to see something moving in the dark beside a house. Curious, they stopped, and one of them immediately turned on his phone camera to confirm what they had seen from a distance. They didn't expect the recording to show something difficult to explain logically. Take a look at the footage.
Astaghfirullahaladzim. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullahaladzim. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullahaladzim. Astaghfirullah. Acap laju, 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 goblok. Astagfirullah.
In the video, a pale shape appears beside the house wall, resembling a head slowly moving as if observing from behind the structure. The figure appears only for a few seconds before disappearing without a trace. Startled, the teen holding the camera stepped back, but later approached again to check, only to find no one there. So far, there is no definite explanation for what they saw. Was it really a mysterious figure, or just a shadow resembling a person? What do you think? This video was uploaded by a TikTok user named Eliza. In her recording, she says that at 4 in the morning, as she was about to step outside, she noticed something unusual in the empty lot in front of her house. Curious, she lifted her phone and recorded the area. She didn't expect the footage to capture what looked like the apparition of a ghost. Watch the video. In the recording, a pale white figure stands motionless in the empty lot. Its shape resembles a ghost facing the camera, with no movement at all. To this day, it's unclear whether the figure was truly a ghostly apparition or just an object that happened to look eerie in the dark. What do you think?